Welcome, everybody. My name is Ari, and we are live towards the second game, if I'm not mistaken, of today between Nekusasu and God Valley. I'm here with my co-analyst, if I'm not mistaken, Samara.
It's
How are you
okay.
feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just confused about what's going on in the lobby because at the last minute someone just left, and so Nekusasu started with 4 players instead of 5.
Ah, yeah. I actually didn't even notice. It seems we're gonna have to restart the stream. But
Yeah.
welcome to everybody who's watching. Despite the fact that we still do need a restart, we welcome you guys to like, subscribe, hit the notification button towards Equilibrium Esports for the stream. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Sebi and Doof will be the commentators, or rather the casters, for today. So Doof has taken top-notch commentary. So there's still that to come. Um, I'm wondering if we're gonna have to go randomly throughout the draft phase just so we can restart. I'm not necessarily sure about that. Um, but um, if we're gonna continue, what do you think about these picks?
I I'm just withholding on comments for now because I don't know. I think they should just like pick whatever because they're gonna have to surrender this anyway. And they're gonna
Yeah,
start the
yeah.
game. Who on earth leaves the lobby at the last minute when we say we're starting?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a miscommunication at this point. But yeah, we are seeing a few wonderful skins so far. Kind of reminds me of how broke I am, but that is fine. Um, what's your most
No,
impressive
it's not
skin, by the way?
late.
Random topic. What's your most impressive skin? You got like a Esperance, or just to
I
flex
have
on everybody who doesn't have money to buy?
friends, I have quite a few collectors, I have a few legends. Probably not the best person to ask about impressive skins.
Basically, what she's saying is calling me broke in 3 different languages. But yeah, very reasonable skins. But um, yeah, so they'll just have to surrender and we'll restart. But for the viewers who are watching at home, I would still like to know from you guys. Maybe just comment in the comment section below which players you are looking out for. We all know God Valley, wonderful team, very annoying team in rank. It's the team that Moonton calls every time they need you to stay in legend just before you get promoted. But yeah, we'll see them today, and we'll see how good they are and how organized they can be. But also to shout out Nekusasu as well. Not a lot of these players are known. Miss Ferguson, Chanel, Pope, who seemingly is going to go to the EXP. And I think Romeo, if I'm not mistaken, the player that's supposed to be, or the missing player rather, is the gold laner. So it will be interesting to see how
Uh, I'm just here to say that
how he plays. But who are you looking out for?
sorry, carry on.
Okay.
No, no, no.
And the sexy voice
I was just saying.
no?
I was just saying that I've left the lobby, so we should probably all leave the lobby.
Now, are they going to be able to leave the lobby as well? Because I'm also going. I want to leave.
Yeah, they should be able to leave once you're paused. Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing that. If
Yeah,
only
I've
I
left the lobby.
can speak to them and tell them to leave, but we can't.
That would not be great.
Okay. Okay, I've sent a message to the group. Hopefully they see it.
Wait, are we still on?
Yes.
See, you guys and your communication. But yeah, as I was saying, the sexy voice that just came before me is Seppi, one of the casters for today. So yeah, so you'll be privy to him in a few moments, just after the draft. I'm sure my annoying voice won't be with you guys for long, but I'll still be watching the game along with you. So yeah, just comment in the comment section below who you guys expect to be the MVP of both games. Oh, sorry, I'm saying both as if a team is going to win 2 games. But yeah, comment in the comment section which team you think is going to win, which player you think is going to get the MVP, and how you think this game is going to turn out. Also, a bit of a twist. Let's just see if you guys are smart enough to guess the drafts of both teams. So yeah, just share us your intellect in the comment section below. Just choose whichever team you guys think will win. And yeah, let's hope it will be an interesting game. What are your comments, Samara, on Nekusasu? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Nekusasu, yeah, I have no idea what's going on with them. I think I see all of them are in the lobby now. It should be fine.
You've never come across one of them, at least in rank or classic?
No,
Seppi, are you in the lobby?
Yes.
no,
Oh, okay.
I added Seppi. I'm just, I need to add her in. And someone add Amy, please, because I don't think it's there.
I am
There
not,
we
but
go.
I just got added on. So yes, on the side of Nekusasu, we have Death, Miss Ferguson, Romeo, Chanel, and Pope. And on the side of God Valley, we have Jinwo, Kaori, Tony, Super, Shady, and Crimson. Which plays do you think are going to be the most impressive in this series?
My money's on Jinwoo. I'm a bit heavily biased towards that because, well, he's my friend. But Kaori is also a really, really, really good player. So yeah, the two of them are gonna be super impressive in these games, I think. I have no idea about Nekusasu. Not counting them out just yet. It's just that, like, I've personally never encountered them. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they're made of.
Yes, and to the side of Nekusasu, I think they missed out a ban opportunity there. But to the side of God Valley, they choose to ban out this Noland, a meta pick. So they are prioritizing the jungle. It's interesting to see. Yes, they're prioritizing the jungle with the Martis ban as well. But as you said, to the side of Nekusasu, I do know a few players, especially the Romeo. He really likes that CC, but now it seems as though they've gone for that Guinevere. What do you think about the Guinevere?
I mean, Guinevere is a solid pick. I mean, we did see it in the previous match that we had earlier. We had Bang Gang using Guinevere jungle, and they made pretty good use out of her. Yeah, she was able to make quite a few very good sets. But I don't know about this. Like Nekusasu missed out a chance to ban, and now they're getting all these really OP picks like Borg and Arlott. So I don't really know how their Gwen is going to hold up against those.
Yes, yeah, as you've mentioned in the previous game, the spatial migration was used to create a lot of sets, but I do think maybe one of the people that was supposed to ban maybe didn't notice. But speaking towards the draft, to the side of God Valley, they do decide to go with the Xborg and the Arlott combination. Xborg is turning out to be a very meta pick, especially with the Last Insanity, if I'm not mistaken. But I do like the Valentina pick here. There's a lot of good ults to take from the side of Nekusasu, especially the Eternal God, if I'm not mistaken, from Vexana, also the Minoan Fury as well. So really, two really good ults that are very situational, and it'll be interesting to see how they use them. But God Valley do decide to ban the carry. Usually you ban out the carry if you're going out for a more tank oriented draft. What do you think about the carry ban here?
Well, I'm not really sure. I don't really see them going for a very tanky draft, so I'm not really sure why they banned the carry. But maybe they just say they don't really want to deal with a carry for their gold lane. But now we see that Nekusasu circling down the Ixia. I don't know if they're actually going. Oh, they already locked it in. They chose Ixia. Ixia is also really annoying to deal with. Personally, I would rather deal with a carry than Ixia.
Yes, especially that Ixia is really good against the Hanabi, especially in the late game, or at least to, the I'm Offended, a really good ult, but it does warrant worry with the Valentina as well, because that's an ult that she can take. But God Valley decides to respond with Kufra, if I'm not mistaken. A very good hero, especially with Tyrant's Rage. If I'm not mistaken, that's the name of the ult. So we are privy to a few wonderful sets from the side of Super Shade. But for now, this is where I leave you guys and hand over the commentary and the casting to Seppi.
Okay, thank you, Ari. Yeah.
Essay version of Marco. Take it over, man.
Okay, essay Marco, I got you. Yeah, welcome guys. Once again, I'm sure Ari's already done an intro, but I'm gonna say welcome again. Today we're gonna see these two teams. I'm quite excited to see the outcome for this first match. Today I'm gonna be joined with Doof, as Ari has said. How are you doing, Doof? What about these drafts, man? Who you liking?
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm so tired after the first stream, but let's give it another crack. Okay, so I mean, looking at the drafts, I do really like God Valley's draft. They have the Nabi to kind of mitigate, all the CC that's coming out from Nekusasu. They have the Expo, which is going jungle, just going to chunk out the Ruby and the Minotaur, And Valentina, nothing much to be said about her. I mean, everyone knows what a good hero she can be. So obviously, I'm leaning towards God Valley's draft. But what about you?
Yeah, I think God's Valley draft makes a bit more sense here. I really like the Valentina into the Mina, as you said. I feel like that's going to be a really strong point for just like a strong set that they're going to have from the side of them there. I feel like Kufra can do those sets, but it's not as reliable as, like, let's say a Minome Fury coming in from a Minotaur ulti. So yeah, I feel like that based on just this Valentina pick alone, I'm really liking God Valley's draft here. That being said, though, if Minotaur can get that Minome Fury on a few people, we can see that Ixia maybe pop off with that set potential, providing that damage during that sort of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I say every single time, right? It's not it's not just about the draft, it's how you execute the draft. So I mean, as we can look here,
oh my god,
there's a 4-man gang, right?
Oh yeah, I mean that's you said it yourself right there. Tony giving him the last insanity with an early level 4, easy kill on the enemy there. Well played for God Valley for the first blood. Yeah, I mean, what do you think that guy could have done there? I don't think Ixia could have really done anything in that situation.
Yeah, there was legitimately nothing you could do. I mean, if you know how to lane against Hanabi, I guess you could manage your time. But I mean, we do see the Violet Requiem coming out from the Guinevere on that Kufra.
Yeah, there it goes. It's going to be a kill for Nekusasu, with the Vexana getting the kill, even committing the flame shot, which missed, but they still secured the kill. But anyway, we're going to see the turtle come out here. It's going to be quite a close one, I believe. But Arlott just reaching his level 4 here, so he's going to be able to provide that set, although it whiffs. The final slash comes out, not going to hit anybody. Turtle, it's falling down quite low here. Tony's getting controlled up here, and the Guinevere is actually going to be able to get the retribution in that 1v1 there. In the front line here, Minotaur's doing as best as he can to zone away the enemies, but the Turtle Guard comes out as well. And now Kufra in a bit of danger here, but there's a Minotaur with a Minome Fury coming out from Valentina, I believe. Will secure Kufra's exit. Oh, the special migration though, with another Violet Requiem, but the Lost Insanity's there. They're going to get the Kufra, but they're not going to be able to get any kills in return. Interesting fight coming out quite early here.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you something. Nekusasu is doing much better than than I expected them to.
Hey, you're not meant to say that, dude.
Oh,
Joking.
actually,
yeah.
I mean,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh,
look at that.
Yeah, oh, damn. In the top lane there. Vixana's getting all the kills here, dude. Oh my god. 3-0-0.
I mean, hey, I don't think there's anything scarier than a fed Vixana, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Okay. Other than a fed Joy, I'll give you that.
I was gonna say there's a few other heroes I could think of from Vixana, but yeah, I mean Vixana getting fed is gonna be quite huge. I've definitely seen like the one shot potential from this hero come out many times. Just getting like a full combo, it's gonna be able to just blow up the enemy team with that passive of hers in the bottom lane though.
Hey, you're looking at bottom lane, but look at top lane, man. There's so much to see on the map, but
yeah,
getting the kill on the Arlot, but Ixia is in danger.
Yeah, he is a bit in danger there. She's going to get jumped on, but the Kufra is going to completely whiff. The full barrage is out. Oh, cool flicker coming in from Ixia there. Might get the kill on Takari, but not really. In the end, she's just going to have to fall. And with Shady, Super Shady doing some recall action as well. So hectic stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I was under the impression that Super Shady was going to be the mage for God Valley. So he's actually switched to Rome, and Kaori has gone for the mage pick.
Yeah, I mean, they have been practicing fives with Shady as their main roamer. I haven't really seen him on mage in the fives that we've played, to be honest with you.
Oh, so he is the roamer then, actually. So that's interesting.
I mean, yeah, well, we do see the second turtle going on to Nekusasu and looking to collapse onto this Kufra.
Oh, he's in a bit of danger here. The flick is going to be committed. Spatial migration whiffs, but it's going to be enough to take him out once again. The final slash does land onto 2 with the Minnow Fury. It's going to come out and it's going to decimate this Guinevere. God Valley with the retaliation plays, killing the Minotaur before he gets his own Minnow Fury out as well. And now, God Valley, they're like, nah, why is this happening? We want more. Except Pope Vile getting a nice kill for himself as well.
What are you going to say, maternal fury there, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we're gonna see Tony coming out with the Lost Insanity as well. Whew. I mean, this game is just neck and neck here, really. I mean, both teams are just trading kills after kills here. I don't think I expected this.
Yeah, I think the only thing Nekusasu has to be careful of is the position of their marksman, and seeing looking at whatever that's called, Tyrant's Rage.
The Kufra ulti, yes. The Kufra ulti is Tyrant's Rage, yes.
Yeah, so Tyrant's Rage coming onto the Guinevere, securing that kill. But she will be back for the third turtle. Nothing to be scared of.
Ooh, Ruby in a bit of danger here. Has to commit the flicker to get out. That's a bit of a resource taken away from her, as Ruby is quite reliant on flicker to get very good sets. Not 100% reliant. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff without it. And against a Minotaur getting gone on, terrified by the Valentina. Oh, there's the Minnow Fury. It's going to come out. It's only going to land on the Xbox though, and he's CC immune. The Lost Insanity blows up the Minotaur here. The Guinevere goes in with the Violet Requiem with the launch pad. It's not going to be enough to catch him. Yes, it will be. It's going to be a shutdown from this Guinevere here. And Kufra wants to go in once again. The Eternal God's going to knock up Super Shady, not letting him pursue, except Arlot's in position at this point. But oh, Ruby gets the Kufra kill on the side so long, but the Arlot will catch the Guinevere with the final slash. And I don't know if he's going to make it out of this one, unfortunately, although his team's trying to back him up, but I don't feel like he's going to make it.
I mean, it took a while, but he did go down.
Yeah, he did go down. That is true. Yeah,
but I mean, we have the Hanabi pushing in that top lane, which allows her to get quite a bit of farm there. She's going to be a real threat pretty soon, if not now.
Ooh, Xborg finishing off his war axe and already halfway basically to an immortality. Tony's absolutely huge this game. He's going to be a real problem for Nekusasu to deal with. in general. But looking at the late game, I feel like I have to put Nekusasu's draft in a bit of regards there. We're going to see the Retribution going to be easily down the side of God Valley right there. We're going to see the Lost Insanity comes out as well. They're going to have to try and blow up this Minotaur before he gets anything else done. Yes, he will. The Final Slash comes out with the Tyrant's Rage, pushes 2 members of Nekusasu out. The full barrage is there, but I think it's not going to be able to do much because it's not really hitting all of them. And now it's going to be a shutdown on the Ruby as well. It's going to be double kill for both members, for 2 members of God Valley getting a double kill, and someone must have gotten another kill as well. But man, that was a huge team fight for God Valley right there. That's going to be a tough one to recover from.
Yeah, for sure. I think they did have the right idea, but I think Minotaur's dive in there was just a bit too premature. His team wasn't ready to go in, and especially the Vexana missing her ultimate on the enemies, providing to be quite bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Oh man, we're gonna see Ruby's gonna get dived here. I don't know if that's the easiest kill, but they're gonna give it a try nonetheless. They've got way more than enough damage. No minions even with the tower diving. Beautiful plays coming in from Jinwoo and Shady. But here we go. Romeo wants to go in with a response, but it's not easy, man. This Hanabi has that shield to do dissuade the Minotaur from trying to stun on her. So it's just not easy right now. It's up to Romeo to just find that opening that actually matters, getting that 4 to 5 man sort of Minoan Fury with the full barrage. The only issue that I have with that right now is that Mrs. Ferguson is 0 and 5 right now, so he's not going to have a lot of damage. As we're going to see, the Lost Insanity goes out. Ooh, that's going to be 2 Minoan Furies actually at the same time. I don't think Romeo is going to live through this one. He gets pulled back by the Final Slash. Eternal God does land onto 2. There is a really good full barrage actually coming out from Ixia there. It's going to be able to clean up a few kills, except Tony does make it out with the immortality.
The biggest problem that I have right now with Nekusasu is that unless they can do a wombo combo with Minotaur, Guinevere, and maybe Vexana as well, they're not going to be able to beat God Valley in a team fight. Because look at Ixia's build. She does not have the Demon Hunter sword yet.
Oh, and she's not going to be going for the Demon Hunter sword either. She's going to go for the Malefic Roar, I believe. That's the sort of build path there. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. There's not that much armor on the enemy team. It could be a Blade of Despair. I could be mistaken. We'll just have to see if she finishes off that other sword. What's it called? Legion Sword. That's what that thing is called. But yeah, I mean, compared to Kaori, I mean, he's got full Trinity finish plus that Sea Halberd as well. So I mean, the damage output coming in from both marksmen, as you said, is just crazy. There's the differential to it.
Hey, look at that Ruby there.
Oh, Vile. I don't know if he's going to make it. Oh, the flicker baits out Super Shady with the Tyrant's Rage there. So they don't have that Tyrant's Rage as a resource just yet. Although I'm sure they're not that bothered by it because I think they're going to be able to win the team fight anyway. Anyway, we're going to see Lord charging it down mid lane. It's going to be up to Romeo. Get that set. Lord knocking down on that mid tower, trying to take it down. Don't know if they're going to be able to defend this. Yes, I think they just might. Good defense from Nekusasu there. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Ixia will be going for the Malefic Roar. I think she would have bought that other sword by now if she was going for the Blade of Despair. I mean, yeah, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm really not a big fan of this Malefic Roar pickup. Doof. Okay, it looks like I've lost my co-commentator here. Unfortunately, so it looks like it's just me, but that's fine. Gonna have to see if Nekusasu can come back into this game at all. Oh, there's the flicker coming in from Super Shady. It does knock 3 into the wall there, basically, from Super Shady, from the Tyrant's Rage. The Final Slash is gonna come out, but the Violet Requiem is doing quite a lot of work, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. As Deathly Plays will go out, but he has to pay for 4 members with it. Val only finishing off his immortality now, as now God Valley are staring down into the base of Nekusasu here. I believe they're going to be able to end with this Hanabi. Kaori is going to have to do it's just going to do all the damage to this base. Absolutely no worries about just hitting it as that's going to be game one going to game. What did I just say? That's going to be game one going to God Valley. I wasn't going to say anything else in that. Okay, yeah. Thanks, guys. I think that game was quite a close one. It was, I think, yeah, Nekusasu definitely had quite a lot of a decent early game to work with, but God Valley in the end they came out on top. So yeah, that will be me to the panel.
Yeah, man. That was a wonderful game, and we thank the casters as they were commentating on a wonderful game. Samara, what are your thoughts on that game?
I think early game Nekusasu had a really good start. Like I really I wasn't expecting that from them because for me they're like an unknown squad, so I didn't really know what to expect. But I haven't heard like the squad name before, so like I didn't really think they were going to be like good or anything. But then they did put up a really good fight, and especially like at the beginning, they were like holding their own, and like kudos to them for that because holding their own against God Valley, that in itself is an accomplishment, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I mean, going up against an enemy like God Valley, they have a lot of synergy and like they're really good players, all of them OP. I did say, watch out for Jinru and Kaori ended up taking MVP. So yeah, I think it was a really good game. And I see they're getting on the wrong side in lobby. Oh, okay, never mind. So it's just one person. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts about the game?
Yeah, my thoughts are pretty much the same. Yeah, uh, I'd like to maybe not necessarily congratulate, but shout out the whole team or every member of Nekusasu. Obviously, they didn't win, but they played with heart, especially in that early game. Chanel really coming out and showing that prestige that comes with the name. Also Romy as well. He wasn't necessarily bad in the early game, so they were holding their own. I think the thing that killed them the most was the rotation, especially how God Valley targeted the marksman. As Mrs. Ferguson wasn't necessarily having a great time at top lane. You know, those 4-man engages or yeah, was it 4? Yeah, it was 4, right? Sometimes even 5, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it was mostly 4. Those were heavy in God Valley's favor, and that kind of tilted towards them, especially with the Hanabi, the Demon Hunter, the Sea Helbert, even the itemization of both teams, as Seppi mentioned, with Ixia, if I'm not mistaken, going for the Malefic role instead of the Demon Hunter. You might want to think of it as a missed opportunity, but they still have this game, and if they do win, they still have a chance to win the series. So it's up to them. I'm interested in seeing how they will change their drafts, which kind of bans they'll make. What kind of what do you expect them to do as a retaliation?
I don't know at this point. I'm not really sure if they'll be able to hold their own in the second match. Um,
Yeah, the bias is
just
heavy
checking.
here towards.
Is everyone in the lobby?
Yeah, Doof is not joining us.
Yeah, Doof has load shedding, so
Right.
no, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're gonna
So
start
wait,
now.
Seppi, you'll be doing it alone.
I was just about to ask you, Ari, would you like to join me?
Sorry?
Would you like to commentate?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Awesome, man. But yeah, it seems as though Nekusasu have made a few. Who was Rex and Tristan? Or Tristan, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. But those are the subs.
Yeah.
So Romeo out and Miss Ferguson is still there. Who did they
Yeah.
sub out?
The Pope Vile.
The Pope,
Yes.
yeah.
The Pope, unfortunately, cannot get his cathedral play to win that first match. But for
He
now,
got it.
we are seeing that God Valley still maintains that jungle ban, that Martyrs. They're really not trying to go against it. Do you think it's... Oh, wait, you said you don't know, Nekusasu. What do you think about the Martyrs and Digi ban from the side of God Valley?
I mean, Martyrs is a standard ban. Everyone bans Martyrs, but I mean they have first pick as well. So I mean they could have just not banned it and then ended up picking it up. But I guess they don't want to use Martyrs. And Diggy, well, people normally ban Diggy when they're going for a CC heavy lineup. So I'm assuming that they're going to have quite a lot of crowd control in their lineup.
Yeah. Also, to preview the last game, Super Shady did have a few wonderful ults, especially towards that end. So maybe banning out the Diggy, they're trying to make insurance. Yeah, with the Martyrs. Just been proven right with the Martyrs. They're trying to, make sure that here is not counted, especially considering the Martyrs counters some tanks, especially the Atlas as well, right? So it's kind of a smart play from the side of God Valley. I'm also seeing rather that Nekusasu decided to ban out the X-Borg. The X-Borg. Yeah, what do you think about the X-Borg ban?
I mean, they kind of forgot to ban out Xborg in the last game. I mean, they did skip one of their bans and they had to go against an Xborg, and I think they just didn't want to deal with that this game.
Yeah, Tony, if I'm not mistaken, was very effective on that Xbox, so they're not trying to go against that again. But they are going to take the TIG. I don't know about the TIG, especially into a Minotaur. Even if we discount the Hanabi, I don't know about the TIG. What do you think about this TIG pick?
I mean, even if they have a minnow, okay, I'm not really sure about Tig into minnow, but I think for other, like for Diviner, also for like ganking, especially if they use like Tig conceal combo, it's really effective.
Yeah, but as you said, sometimes, or as some people say, sometimes it's not necessarily about the hero, but the execution and the players. So maybe Tris, let me call him Kara, right? Let me just call him Kara because that first name is dribbling me a bit. So yeah, maybe Kara has a different way of exercising this hero, but we are also seeing the Vexana on Chanel, pretty much the same mid laners, and the only change towards the gold lane is this Melissa. I think maybe this Melissa is a precaution. Maybe they're trying to, counter the type of rotation that God Valley has. The go away, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name of the ult. It's very useful against a dive type of composition.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Melissa?
Just real quick. I think I have an idea. Maybe it's not Chanel. Maybe it's Shane L.
I think it's Chanel because there's like flowers and stuff, and
Yeah, but maybe Shane likes flowers.
okay.
Shane has a very girly name, but it's a good name either way. But
Okay.
Shane, no, I'm going to call him Chanel. Man.
Okay, sorry,
I'm going to call him Chanel. He earned that name, He earned that name. It's a privilege. But we are seeing the Terizla, the Terrifier, as I like to call him, in the side of God Valley. That flicker alt combination. They are, continuing that set-oriented type of draft. So it'll be interesting to see how Jinwoo plays that out. But on the side of Nekusasu, they do respond with the Raja and Yuzong combination. Before we go into the casting, what do you think about these two drafts, Samar?
I have to say that I do prefer the draft of God Valley. I think they have quite
I
a lot of
wonder why.
CC. They have no, but like hear me out. So they have a lot of CC because like the Minnow and the Terizla are going to be making sets like crazy. they have their Valentina, who's going to be stealing ults left, right, and center. I mean, she could steal Tig's ult, she could steal Vexana's ult, even Yuzong's. Like, you never know what she's going to steal next. And then they have Hanabi, really good marksman, especially for team fights, lots of burst damage with the Lancelot as well. So I think they have a good combination of damage CC as well as some tankiness. And I think I'm going to go with Blood Valley.
Okay, and that's her preference for the game. But do mention in the comment section below what you guys think and which team, which draft rather, you guys are going for. But let me hand over to Seppi.
Just don't hand over because you're going to be with him as
Oh
well.
yes.
So you're
I
gonna
will hand over. I'm going to hand over, but just disclaimer, I'm very biased this game. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to hand it back over to Seppi and Avi for the commentating.
Okay,
I think
thank you. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to think about this game. Two interesting draws. As Samara said, I do agree with her. What the hell just happened? Tauri getting the first blood bot immediately, 52 seconds into the game. That's pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a Hanabi get a kill like that, level 1. But yeah, well, what are you thinking about these drafts you were just about to say?
Yeah, I think I'm with Samara on the draft part, especially with the composition. Again, with the Valentina, very good pick. And I think the reason why the Hanabi won that skirmish in the bot lane was because she didn't have the Inspire, if I'm not mistaken, a trademark battle spell for that type of hero. But yeah, what are your thoughts though? You know, everybody seems to have a high opinion of you. What do you think of?
I mean, listen, I might not be the best player, right? But I can give you my 2 cents of this draft. And I really feel like this Roger is going to struggle quite a lot coming with the overwhelming amount of CC coming in from God Valley here. Not only do they have 2 setting heroes, they also have Valentina to steal a Tigreal ult. And talking about Tigreal, Minotaur getting the kill onto him. He's going to have to pay for it though. Roger is going to manage to maneuver around the team fight pretty well here. As the turtle will spawn up. But yeah, it's gonna have to be up to Roger to try and dodge all those stuns. Tigreal is gonna have to also come in with some big implosion plays to sort of turn the fights around here. As the turtle is gonna fall quite low, but it's gonna be Tony with the Lancelot. It's gonna get the turtle for himself with the retribution, and now they're gonna try and get this kill onto Yuzong here. But the Petrify is gonna come out and lock Crimson down. I don't think he's gonna make it out of this one though. Tony will secure the kill.
Yes, he secures the kill, and that is a 2-for-0 trade, or rather 2-for-1 trade with the turtle as well to the side of God Valley, and we are seeing a bit of an invade here onto the red buff. But the was it? Yeah, a few also being used here. Also the Minoran Fury by Valentina. We are also seeing Deadly engage onto the back line, and it does not pan well for God Valley as a 3-for-0 trade towards Nekusasu. What do you think about that invade? I'm sure they have regrets.
Yeah, they definitely have some regrets there. They are, I mean, as you can just see by God Valley's sort of play style here, they're playing a bit greedy, and you know, it's not sort of paying off at all, except they do get a bit of a kill there onto this Melissa. But yeah, they're playing a bit greedy, and they're not expecting Nekusasu to have such good retaliation. You know, they're actually like fighting back really well. Especially with this Roger and this Tigreal. The implosion, as I said, is going to be so valuable in order for them to sort of come into this game. So I'm really excited to see what's this guy's name? Rex Spectre is going to offer in the rest of this game. Just looking at the money here, even though we're at 4-4 kills, God Valley does have about just over 1,000 gold lead here. So yeah, I mean, God Valley, I'd argue they're still in the lead here. So it's gonna be still an uphill battle for Nekusasu this game.
Oh, it's going to be an uphill battle, but as you said, Rex or Spectre here, or discount James Bond, or let me not call him a discount James Bond, but yeah, it's going to depend on this Tigreal here. But we are seeing a bit of a turtle fight here
Oh, yeah.
as the Black Dragon form is used by Death to, zone out. But I don't know if that's a bit premature. But Shady does use the Minoran Fury, but
Ooh.
the Tyrant Rage, if I'm not mistaken, also gets used. There's a lot of ults being used around the turtle, and I'm not really sure who got the
Yeah,
turtle. I
I
think
don't
it
know
was
either.
Deadly.
I think
I think it was Deadly. No. Yeah, I think it was Deadly who got the turtle. So it's a turtle and 2 kills towards the side of Nekusasu. A bit of a retaliation for that that early game skirmish where they lost a bit, or where they were a bit in a disadvantage. So what do you think about that play?
Yeah, I mean, they did really well to sort of control that up. Deathly plays, or Deathzy plays. He did a really good job with that Black Dragon form. Came at exactly the right time to sort of disrupt that fight. Yeah, and Miss Ferguson actually doing really well on this roster right now. That's what I'm most surprised at. So we're gonna see him or her. I think it's probably a her, unless I don't know. I mean, it could be either, really. But we're gonna
It's
keen to
Mobile
see.
Legends. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see them popping off really hard this game, and I'm really excited to see how that goes. Just something I've been thinking about as well. It looks like Nekusasu really like to prioritize Shane L's Vexana, so also that is going to be a factor as well. I feel like Vexana does work a bit better with the Tigreal compared to the Minotaur from last game. So yeah, I'm really excited to see Nekusasu come back from this.
Yeah, maybe they're hoping for that wombo combo. But we are seeing a bit of a. Oh, I thought they were going to engage onto each other there in the mid lane. But the Black Dragon form is used up by. I'm just going to call him Death. It is used up by Death. I'm going to say very prematurely, because that is a very useful ult expanded from him. And now Lancelot engages onto Chanel and does get the kill. As they will implode here onto this middle turret. But in the meantime, Nekusasu seem to be setting up for an invade in the bot lane. It will be interesting to see if they go for it, but they decide against it. Also, God Valley deciding to invade here on the blue buff. I'm not sure if the Roger notices. So that is a lot of utilities, or that is a lot of resources that God Valley obtained in that team fight. But not only that, they do also get the turtle. I think that's the first turtle of the game. But Nekusasu decides, or Nekusasu are able to count for the trade by taking the torrent on top lane. What do you think about this trade?
Yeah, it's a trade for sure. I feel like God Valley do prefer that a little bit more. I mean, I know they've lost a turret, but it's not the most important turret in the game. I think that goes to like the mid lane turret. But that is the second turtle that God Valley has taken. So yeah, I mean, they're doing really well for themselves here. They're setting up themselves nicely. They're 1 kill behind, but still got like a 2,000 gold lead. So yeah, the implosion coming in from Valentina. It actually pops onto 2. And now Minotaur wants to go in as well. Oh man, that was a sick play from the Valentina there. From Crimson, getting that 2-man implosion, helping his team set up so beautifully.
Yes, and we are seeing God Valley press that advantage for getting that 4 for nothing. Oh, I thought there was 1, but it was a 4 for nothing kill towards Nekusasu, and Deadly is being engaged on. Super Shady does get the kill. God Valley seem to be pressing the advantage really well. I like how they're managing these plays, and also their rotations. They're prioritizing both sides, and they're making sure to move as a team as opposed to Nekusasu. I think. What do you think Nekusasu have to do for them to come back in this game?
So it is all up to Rex on Rex Spectre on his Tigreal here to get those implosion plays. I feel like that's the way it sort of goes. Dead Sea is doing a really good job with his Yuzhong though. He can't count this guy out yet. He's seen what he can do with that Black Dragon form. So We just need to see it come out once again with those sick plays. They do need to be very careful about Crimson. I feel like they're not really expecting these implosion plays coming in from Crimson, so they just need to be wary of it. And I think they can try. I think they can do it. Rex Spectre is in position here.
Yes, and we are seeing the Black Dragon form used by Death towards the back line of the team, but the Eternal Guard is used as well as the implosion and the go away, if I'm not mistaken, by Melissa. But Tony does get the Lord, if I'm not mistaken, as a Minoran Fury used now by Shady as a re-engage as God Valley implodes onto Nekusasu, and it's 2 members remaining, and the marksman does get taken down. The Kara unfortunately isn't faring any better against Kayori as the other one did. It's unfortunate, but yeah. What do you think about that play, especially how Nekusasu, played it out? I'm not necessarily sure how to word it, but what do you think about their decision making in that team fight?
Yeah, I mean, they had a really good angle. I think Rex Spectre was being a really big menace on like threatening the backline quite a lot. The Black Dragon form was pretty good. It came out at the right time. I just felt like the Rex Spectre was a bit too far ahead for the rest of Nekusasu to come and back him up. So I feel like that's where it sort of all landed, was that Rex was a bit too far ahead. As we're going to see the tower, it's going to get charged down by this. Oh, there's the penalty zone. It comes out with the implosion. Actually, this is not a bad initiation coming out from Rex here. And I think they're going to be able to get the Minotaur kill as well as the Terizla kill. So now Nekusasu coming in with the heat.
Yes, they do is right time and the right space. They do manage to defend 2 of their inhibitor turns, but that was still I think that was a base load, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's wonderful base defense from them. I'm just wondering if they'll press their advantage, but Ferguson is very deep here. Is taken low, but does manage to escape that team fight as Nekusasu collect themselves, and we may be in for a good long game here. What do you think about this Melissa pick, especially seeing how it's been used or how it's performing so far?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this Wind of Nature first item. Sure, it's good if you want to like secure your farm to be able to stay alive in ganks and like early ganks and whatever. But it's just not. She doesn't have enough damage right now. I mean, obviously late game she's not going to struggle that much, but right now she's just like struggling to keep up with the damage coming in here. We're going to see the Minoan Fury as well. It's going to land on 2, and now the implosion only landing on the Minotaur though, so not the best initiation from Rex here. Also missed the second skill out here, but there it is. The Yuzhong getting the double knockup here with the Petrify combo. It's not going to be enough though, as his team is going to fall. Roger wants to chase Crimson, but the implosion coming in from Crimson, it's going to outplay Miss Ferguson, and now that's going to be a 2-for-0 trade, and God Valley once again on the up foot.
Yes, Miss Ferguson coming out with the Manchester United abysmal play there. But that was extraordinary timing. But it does look like the advanced or the second load will go towards God Valley as Nekusasu prepare themselves rather for another base defense. What do you think about their wave clear? They don't really have a lot of good wave clear apart from maybe Chanel on that Vexana.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Melissa can clear the lanes pretty easily with that passive of hers to do extra damage to minions. So I think that's not too bad. That being said, yeah, that Vexana is probably going to be their primary source of wave clear in this situation. They're going to have to play this really well. I don't believe they're going to have any towers to work with at this time. I mean, Rex, he just completely whiffed his implosion there, and the penalty zone does come out. I think he's going to have to pay. The Jinwoo's going to have to pay with it with his life here. Super Shady's trying to make the space for his team to hit the base here, but I think Nekusasu are defending this relatively well. I don't think they can carry on at all. In fact, Oh, they actually, the Yuzhong goes down as well. But oh, there's the Phantom Execution. It comes straight down. Dropping onto Mrs. Ferguson here. Tigreal wants to try and contest it a bit here. But oh, Crimson with the implosion. And now Tristan Kara is going to get taken out. Tony's ending this game. As God Valley will be your winners for tonight. Taking the game 2-0.
Yes, God Valley taking the game 2-0, showing absolute dominance in this series, man. That's wonderful. That was at first I thought it was going to be a wonderful base defense from the side of them, but I think, as you said, somebody whiffed it. I wasn't necessarily sure if it was maybe Miss Ferguson, but somebody there at the end was a bit aggressive. But yeah, shout outs to both teams, especially God Valley, for securing the match point and subsequently securing the win for tonight. Also, Nekusasu, man, I also want to shout them out because I don't think a lot of people expected them to have, or not necessarily have, I don't think a lot of people expected them to show up as they did. You know, they managed to make the games interesting. They managed to win a few trades here and there, and they showed their quality, man. So
Yep.
shout out to them. But yeah, what are your overall thoughts of the game?
Yeah, I mean, similar to yours, really. Nekusasu definitely put up a few fights, very, very good fights, in fact, against God Valley. So yeah, big shout out to them. Also, please excuse me, I did just accidentally leave the post-game analytics there, so I can't really view them for myself. But yeah, I mean, well played to God Valley as well. It can't just because they won so hard, can't discredit them here. Crimson definitely a huge Valentina performance in that last game there with the implosion plays, outplaying the Roger and the Tigreal multiple times. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Samara?
Well, I did call it from the start, and I did say, they had a really good lineup, and the execution is like top tier. And we did see firsthand the way that they play, the synergy that they have. Kaori was making full use of his set of skills with his Hanabi. He, of course, he did end up getting the MVP. And yeah, I think Nekusasu, I mean, they did put up a good fight. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, in the early game, this game as well, they were holding their own. They were actually in the lead at one point. So yeah, I think, with a little bit of practice, they could actually shape up to be one of the better squads in our server.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I echo
GG's
that
to
statement.
both teams. GG's to both